simple but fun application called x3science. And basically, what it is, it's a auditory commentary
Observe that glowing computer
um,
screen on the left. Just
on the surroundings, based on um, double tapping or swiping and selecting the field of science that you're interested in, from physics, philosophy, astrophysics, chemistry, ecology, engineering, biology, and history. You can also set the academic level, and it's not just from that particular science or that scientist. It's a kind of a modern take based on perhaps the contributions of that scientist. So um, everything from elementary, primary, undergraduate, and graduate and PhD. So um, yeah, so you have your volume, your scientists, the pace gap between um, commentary. Uh, this is at 4 seconds is pretty continuous. It uses fish API keys. Right now, they're free. So if you want to try it, now is the time for developers. And Gemini model that the model is currently free as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Um, double double tap, and it's just auditory. So it just takes still photos um, and reanalyzes for each commentary. Let's see.
look closely at that rusted metal fence post standing stark against the horizon. It is an anchor point in our frame of reference, yet it is silently hurtling through space at thousands of miles an hour, along with the Earth itself. It reminds me that stillness is merely an illusion, a convenient fiction we tell ourselves because our senses are not sharp enough to perceive the frantic, beautiful dance of atoms within that iron structure.
Okay. Next one is philosophy. And usually it's
Consider the persistent utility of this humble stone retaining wall that anchors the edge of our path. It serves as a reminder that stability is not merely a matter of strength, but of purpose. By bracing the earth against the inevitable pull of gravity, it allows this walkway to exist in harmony with the shifting ground. Just as we must organize our own chaotic impulses to build a virtuous life, these stones define limits that enable our freedom to roam.
and then it'll continue in about
Now, observe how these resilient vines have threaded themselves through the narrow fissures between the rocks, claiming the structure for their own. This is a beautiful instance of what we might call telos, or inherent purpose. The wall exists to hold back the slope, yet the plant recognizes an opportunity to thrive precisely because of that limitation. We often fear boundaries, but as these greens show, they provide the very scaffolding upon which growth takes its most interesting shape.
okay. Astrophysics. I'm looking at the sky, so it should say something.
Observe the faint, diffuse structure of this protoplanetary disk, where the subtle asymmetry in the midplane suggests an ongoing gravitational perturbation that defies our standard accretion models. It is a profound irony that we, as observers composed of remnants from such stellar nurseries, find ourselves scrutinizing these very same signatures of planetary formation. The delicate interplay between turbulence and magnetorotational instability captured in this fleeting emission is not merely dust, but the literal architecture of a nascent solar system.
I think I set that to PhD level.
Focus your
Chemistry is elementary level.
See that bright glowing lamp on the wall?
It reminds me of the soft light we use to study tiny crystals in the dark. If you look closely at the shape of the bulb, it curves just like the glass beakers we use to mix our liquids. That warm light helps us see all the little details, just like how we look at the world to learn how everything is made.
Okay, and I'll just do one more ecology, undergraduate level. I'm looking at some trees, so it should pick that up, but there's also
Observe the delicate spindly structure of that lone dandelion seed head anchored in the foreground, a fragile microcosm of dispersal strategies in a vast, shifting field. Its intricate feathery pappus acts as a parachute, a marvelous biological adaptation designed to harness the invisible currents of the wind, ensuring that the next generation finds purchase far from the parent plant. Life is perpetually composing these small, buoyant masterpieces, mapping out the future one breeze at a time.
okay, and I found this app.
And notice how that solitary dandelion seed head is held aloft against...
Okay, single tap to pause, and I found the app runs over 30 minutes on a single charge, so not good for a nice walk and learning about the world in different ways. I think it's almost ready to ship, so you should see it soon.